Welcome back. I'm Ashley Meadell. I'm joined here this morning by Rick Houchin. Good morning.
Morning, Ashley. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good seeing you again.
Thanks for coming on the show. So I hear you guys had a 2-day youth camp. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, it was amazing. Very successful. Past Monday and Tuesday, we had a group of about 40 kids of various ages from elementary school all the way up through high school that came and took part in a 2-day general youth athletic skills camp where we focused on agility, balance, strength, speed work, and how to teach them how to move properly and safely. Kind of what we found out is that all the kids were very physically active and were excited to be there and were high-fiving each other. And it got us to thinking about other benefits of organized sports and physical activity.
So what are some benefits of physical sports and activity?
Well, the positive aspects of physical activity, most people know, like increased cardio fitness. For children, it helps increase bone density and muscle strength. It lowers the risk of being overweight and helps develop lifelong patterns that they can take into adulthood for general fitness. But there are other aspects that are just as important too.
What about the emotional aspects?
That is it. The emotional and social interaction is very important. That we kind of forget. Children and youth who take part in physical activity or team sports can foster a sense of teamwork, camaraderie. There have been some studies that have shown that those individuals, children who take part in these activities, are at lower risk for depression, and also they kind of, it builds their confidence.
So what are some activities that you would recommend to parents getting their children involved in, or even sports-wise?
Well, that's the kind of key thing here for everything. If our children mimic us, and if we are sedentary and we are just sitting on the couch watching TV, our children aren't going to want to, and we cannot force our children to do it because it'll lead to a poor experience. We'll get the exact opposite effect. Children will be miserable, they won't want to do it. So I first ask our parents to just kind of be active themselves, and our children will kind of follow their patterns and expose their children at a young age to different activities and allow our kids to find what they enjoy, and don't force them to play football if they're not a football player. Don't force them to go run if they're not a runner. Allow them to find something that is enjoyable to them and something that'll bring them happiness.
So you think maybe getting the kids to try these different sports or activities, seeing if they like it, and then if they do, pursue it. If they don't, move on to something new.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
So do you think children should go to the gym, I would say, maybe with their parents, or do more activities outdoors?
Well, I think it depends on the parents. I talked to a lot of the parents that came on Monday and Tuesday, and one of the things that I noticed, all the parents were active. They might not have all been athletes in their younger days, but they were all currently active, and it showed in their children. Some of the children went to the gym with their parents. Others, they just took kayaking, hiking, bicycling, and then that led into the sports that they're currently playing.
So really the parents do impact how their children's activities are, and how, if they get involved in kind of sports and physical and emotionally.
Ashley, yeah, you couldn't be more right there.
All right, well, thank you, Rick, for coming and giving us some advice and giving the parents some advice on how to get their kids active.
Thank you so much, Ashley.